are having a medical checkup for our rabbits. We are injecting them with intermectin. That is a dewormer, injectable dewormer. Yes, guys. Ono muwala wa Rayani bamuyita marinade. Laba obunene obumuliko. Oyo yaganya okulya ndowooza olaba omutwe gwe. Ekikola ky'ennakawere ekiteeka wano mu kkoona neme kifukira. Wano iris ye nnakawere. Bano tusuubira. Wano payipa ye yalidde abaana be mu by'abaana. Bamutumye kagami.
Hello my people, hope you are doing okay. Welcome to Hanimi's World. Welcome to my channel that inspires you to do business in agriculture in your villages, guys. If you are interested in farming videos, farming lifestyle videos, please consider to subscribe down below and hit that notification bell so that you are aware when I upload more videos. Guys, I want to talk about the bitter truth about farming, guys. The bitter truth about goat farming. Before you start farming, these are the bitter truth that you need to know, guys. Guys, farming is known for the faint-hearted, guys. Farming is known for those that are not determined. Farming is known for those that will give up. Remember, it's a long-term business. Unless you want to do farming as a hobby, but if you want to do farming as business, guys, you must be so determined, you must be so focused, you must be someone who doesn't give up so easily, someone who is so patient, guys. And another point that people don't tell you is farming is very expensive. It is very expensive. They'll tell you start small, start with 2 goats, start with 1 sheep, but at the end of the day, farming is expensive. You need the land, you need the feed, you need to pay the workers, guys. So you need to stock up animals. Animals are not something easy to do. So farming is not something that you will go in and you will expect not to inject in money. People just think you will just do farming for so long as the animals are just there. You have to invest in these animals to get profits from these animals. If you are just there rearing your animals and you are not injecting money in them, then you are not doing agribusiness. So if you want to do business in agriculture, just know that farming is expensive. I'm not telling you this to discourage you, but I'm telling you the bitter facts, the bitter truth. Even if you start small, these animals will grow, and when they grow, the numbers will grow, and you will need to inject money in farming. So some people enter into farming thinking it's something cheap. Farming is not something cheap, guys. So but you can as well start small, but thinking big, meaning that thinking big means that at some point you have to inject in money. Farming is not cheap, guys, and you have to be so patient with these animals. So invest in farming, treat these animals. Don't just use herbs only, guys. Some people go for herbs, see that you just treat these animals with herbs. Okay, want to go organic, but at the end of the day, you have to treat these animals. Inject in money. Make those good houses, guys, to avoid many diseases than saying, let me start with these houses that are cheap, so long as I have the animals. No. If you invest in houses that are cheap, that don't have the elements of a good good goat's pen, at the end of that day, you're going to get diseases. So invest in putting those goat's pens invest in mm, invest in getting what medicines, like treating these animals. Invest in buying medicines, guys, and also invest in stocking animals. Invest in paying your workers, guys. So it is not something cheap as you can think, unless when you are rearing these animals as a pet. Another bitter fact, guys, about goat farming or farming. Touch your ears and listen. Is farming is supposed to be done in the villages, guys. If you don't want to stress yourself, if you want to get good grasses with good nutrients for your animals without stress, go down into villages, buy those lands. After all, those lands are even cheaper, and establish your farms in the villages. Why? I see very many farmers in towns suffering with grasses, with what to feed their animals, with nutrition, guys. Because they're in town, there are no grasses, guys. At the end of the day, you end up buying grasses. And even land around town areas is very expensive. So if you want to succeed in agribusiness, move from your town area and go to the villages. Take those animals where they are supposed to be, in the villages, guys. This is a very important fact. That's why I advocate for you to go back in your villages and do farming. The moment Africans we get to understand that our riches, our gold, our oil is in the villages, that is the day we shall know our purpose on this earth. That is the day we shall develop. We shall get our real development. Actually, our advantage over all those developed countries is that we still have land in the villages. So let's utilize that, guys. Stop saying me I can't stay in the villages. I will go back to my village when I'm dead. Those sayings that the person who wants to take me to the village doesn't love me. Those sayings, villagers, being in the village is suffering. You go there in the villages and set your businesses in agriculture, and you see how you get money, how you get that silent money. Villagers are here so uneducated, so illiterate, but have lots of animals and lots of millions of money. This is in the villages. That is where silent richness is. And that's why when I was introducing this video or this YouTube channel of mine, I said secrets of African village life. That is what I meant. So silent richness is in the village. Unfortunately, Africans, we don't know that. We think villagers are supposed to be poor. We think villages are meant for those ones that have failed. So those ones who told you those sayings will never go to heaven. Another bitter fact about goat farming, all about farming, this point cut across, is don't go into farming business if you don't have time for it. Many people have been disappointed for that. That is why on my channel I make it so clear that you are the first manager of your farm. That issue of getting managers, qualified managers, yes, you can get them on your behalf, but you yourself, you are the first manager. So if you don't have time for you to go to the villages like 3 times less in a week, don't start farming. Leave it. I always tell people, have time for your business. Farming, you are injecting lots of money. Buying land alone is so expensive. Then you put millions and millions of monies in people's hands. And for you expect to just call, you expect to just come on weekends, and you think you will succeed. Guys, you won't. Even if we tell you to put cameras, we tell you to do what? Yes, I did a video about how you can manage your farm when you are there. But even if you put all those things in place, when you're not there, you are bound to make mistakes, guys. So it is the bitter truth. I always tell my farmers, it is the bitter truth. Do these projects, have time for them, then you will succeed. If you don't have time for them, just leave, guys, because you're going to get disappointed. And remember, the more you are not there, the workers will even get used to you. And when you have a routine, you only come on weekends, they will know that now madam is coming, or sir will be coming on this day, and they will always they will always beat your program and just pretend to do what they're supposed to do when you are coming, guys. So at the end of the day, you cannot benefit in farming when you are not involved in it. That is a very bigger fact, and it's the very point that I want to emphasize here on Hanimi's World. This farm of ours is a baby farm, and this channel is taking you through all the experiences on this farm as it grows, guys. But one of the things that I've realized is your presence is something big. I don't mean that I don't go away from the farm. I go away from the farm to run some other errands, yes. But sometimes when I'm away, I really come back and I see something that is on the verge of spoiling, of ruining all my animals, guys. And I really pity people who go away from their farms like for a full week, for 2 weeks when they are not there. There are some things that I can really see before they escalate, and I find a solution for them that if I wasn't there, the whole flock would have died. So guys, your presence is very, very vital. Even if you have good workers, because these workers at the end of the day, they get tired. But for you, remember, you just come and supervise and look, you are able to see what they don't see. So your presence, that is the bitter fact, guys. Don't do farming if you don't have time for it. You are the first manager. Those are the first 2 points that I wanted to put emphasis on, guys. As you enter farming, just know those 2 points are very vital. And when you know that from the beginning, you are bound to succeed. So other points in goat farming, I've been talking about them. Know that if you're going into goat farming, number 1, you have to make housing of the goat pen is very crucial. I emphasize that the exercising area is very crucial because it eliminates a lot of problems, guys. So if you start well with a good pens, it will eliminate very many problems. Housing is a very crucial fact, guys. So housing, make sure housing, you must invest in housing, guys, even if it's not expensive, but with the elements. So good housing is a way to go. If you don't do good housing, you are bound to fail, guys. So housing is a must. Good housing is a must. Spraying these animals every week, whether you like it or not, is a must. Animals have been dying here in my country where I come from. This whole year, goats have been dying. In all the farms around, my goats have not died. I only got one incident. One old goat, mother goat died. Only one. Why? Because I must spray whether I have money or not. It is the fact that you have to spray your animals every weekly. You have to deworm them. You have to vaccinate them. You have to make those goats pen clean every day. Some people will say we clean only on Sunday. Every day clean those houses. That is a bitter fact. If you don't clean these houses, some people, like, we do farming and we think we shall kukuba and double, we shall clean when we want. No, these are the facts. If you don't put these things into consideration, you are bound to fail. Spray, clean the houses, make proper housing, vaccinate these animals, treat these animals, have a first aid box. I emphasize a lot. I'm not a veterinary doctor, but I emphasize a lot of you knowing how to treat your animals. And unfortunately, you farmers don't even watch these videos. Why do I emphasize that? Because it has served me a lot of it has served me, like, my animals from dying, because I invest more in getting knowledge about how to treat the diseases, guys. So if you are ignoring these things, you are bound to fail, guys. Don't ignore you knowing how to treat these animals. It is a bitter fact that you, a farmer, you must know how to treat these essential diseases, guys. It is a bitter fact that you farmers have to be with a kit, whether you're a veterinary doctor or not. You have to be with a medical kit at your farm. Farmers, you have to be with a medical kit. Learn how to inject those animals. My young kids can inject, and you find a farmer saying, "Me, I cannot even inject an animal." So, guys, I really wonder. So those points are bitter facts, guys, that we have to know. We have to put emphasis on, so that we succeed in farming in general or in good farming. So guys, thank you for watching. Remember to subscribe to Her Name is World. Hit that notification bell so that YouTube notifies you when I upload more videos. Please consider to comment down below and also share my videos, guys. If you've gotten something, please subscribe. Let's get to 1,000. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.